So this is a 30-minute yoga sequence. You can do this at any time of the day or night. We're going to start on our mats, hands at your sides, palms facing front, chin is slightly lifted, heart is lifted, heel pressing down through your heels, legs are engaged. Good, you can gently bend at the knees. Inhale, go ahead and take the hands up overhead. Bring your palms together, maybe even draw the hands back, lifting the heart, a little back bend there. Exhale as you fold. Bringing the hands down to the floor and just fold here. So we'll just take a few breaths here just to feel into the body, just to feel around, get a sense for what you're working with today. You can take a hold of either elbow and draw the elbows down towards the floor. You definitely want to have a nice soft bend in the knees though, so let the head hang. Neck is nice and soft, head feels heavy. And just find the breath here, maybe take the navel into the spine. And then when you're ready, you can interlace the fingers behind you, extend those fingers back, keep the knees bent, and then you can actually play around with extending the legs. So this is definitely a stretch in the shoulders. If this is too much, you can always bend the elbows and bring the fingers down to the lower back. And so we're just breathing here, just focusing on finding some softness in the lower back, in the shoulders, in the neck. Pressing down through the heels. Go ahead and bend your knees, roll on up. Heart is lifting up towards the sky. Fingers drawing down the back. And then we're going to bend our knees again and we're just going to fold forward, right back into our forward fold. Again, if this is too much on the shoulders, you can always bend the elbows, press through the heels, roll it up. Heart is lifting, chin is lifting. Exhale, roll all the way down. Finding your breath here. Go ahead and bend your knees. Come on up. This time reaching the hands up, maybe even reaching back into that little bit of a back bend. Palms come together at heart center. Take a moment just to reposition yourself and maybe even to find a little bit of intention for this practice today. Inhale, arms up. Palms are going to touch. Exhale, fold. Bring your fingers to the floor. You can bend the knees. Inhale, gazing up, lengthen. Exhale, stepping back. Squeeze your elbows in, lower your knees. Lower all the way down. Inhale, press through the hands. You can come up into an up dog or a cobra here. Curl your toes under, lift your hips and drop your heels into a down dog. Good, it's a nice opportunity to bend the knees, take your dog for a walk. Get a sense of what's going on in your calves. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Let your head hang nice and heavy. And then just pressing your heels away and connecting with the breath. Come on up onto your tiptoes on the next inhale. And then as you exhale, we're going to drop those heels down. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, drop down. Keep that navel to spine connection here. Good, gazing up between the hands. You're going to bend your knees and then step forward and fold. Inhale, come on up, press through your heels, hands touch. Exhale, fold, come all the way down, fingers to the floor. Inhale, gazing up, and exhale, stepping back, lower down. So squeeze your elbows in. Good. Upward dog or cobra here. You have that option. Curl the toes under, lift the hips, and drop the heels into your down dog. Fingers spread wide. Come back to the breath. Good. When you're ready, gazing up between the hands, come up onto those tiptoes, bend your knees, and then step forward. Gazing up, halfway, lengthening the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press through your heels, legs strong, arms come up overhead. Exhale, fold all the way down. Fingers to the floor. Inhale, gazing up, shoulders roll back. Exhale, stepping back into your plank lower down. You can hover here or take it all the way to the floor. Upward dog or cobra. Curl the toes under, lift the hips and drop the heels into your down dog. Again, just finding the breath here. Just allowing your body to assimilate that little sequence that you've been through, letting that all sink into the mind and the body. And then when you're ready, gazing up between the hands, come up onto the tiptoes, bend those knees and step or hop or walk to the top of your mat and fold. When you're ready, inhale, press through the heels, come up, arms overhead. Exhale, take your hands to heart center. Good, this time bending knees. Inhale, sweep the arms forward. Here's your chair pose. Draw the belly in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, gaze up, shoulders roll back. Exhale, step back into your high plank. Lower down. Good, upward dog or cobra, shoulders roll open. Down dog. Take your right leg up, extend it up, extending from the navel, center, and then step that right foot up between the hands. Drop the left heel down. Warrior one. Fingers to the floor. You can step back to your plank or your down dog here. You can take this vinyasa, shoulders rolling open. Down dog. Take your left leg up. Great. Step it up between the hands. Feel that connection to the belly. Press down through the heels. Arms reach up. Good. Take the hands to the floor on your exhale. Lower down. Squeeze your elbows into the sides. Good. Up dog or cobra. Drop down to the knees. Sink the hips back into your child's pose. Breathing here. Softening those hips back to the knees, to the heels, navel to spine. Softening your forearms. Spreading your fingers nice and wide, letting the forehead drop down to the mat, or it's a great opportunity here to take a blanket or a block. We won't be here very long though. But go ahead and come on forward on the inhale. Exhale, lower to the belly. Inhale, shoulders roll back. Exhale, all the way back. Inhale, forward, navel to spine. Squeeze your elbows in. Exhale, lower. Good. Inhale, shoulders roll back. Exhale. Hips to heels. Inhale, forward, nice and slowly. Exhale, elbows squeeze in. Inhale, cobra. And this time come into your down dog. Great, so gazing up between the hands, bending those knees, stepping or hopping to the top of your mat and folding. Pressing through your heels, inhale, rise up, palms come together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms reaching up. Exhale to heart center. Sink the hips back. Sweep the arms forward, chair pose. Fold as you exhale. Inhale, gazing up, shoulders roll back. Step or hop back. Squeeze your elbows in, lower down. Great. Upward dog or cobra. Down dog. Right leg sweeps up, stepping it up between the hands. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, stepping back. Remember, to down dog. Left leg comes up. Step it up between the hands, navel to spine. Inhale up. So press through your heels as you rise up. Exhale, hands to the floor. This time we'll take the full vinyasa, squeezing the elbows in, lowering down, lifting the heart, and then lifting the hips. Drop the heels. Downward dog. Just breathe here. Right leg is going to come up. Step it up between the hands. The left heel is going to spin off the floor. Press through your heel, right heel and left ball of the foot, and reach the arms up. So we're coming into a nice high lunge here. Always like to move a little bit on the knees just to feel that little bit of buoyancy. You're going to interlace the fingers and then turn the palms up towards the sky. Draw the arms back behind you, but soften the shoulders down if you can. Good. On your next exhale, we're opening it out to warrior two. Left hand drops back, right arm reaches over on the inhale. And exhale, hands to the floor. We're going to step that right foot back. Squeeze the elbows in. Upward dog or cobra. Lift from your belly, down dog. Take your left leg up. Stepping it up between the hands. We're going to spin that right heel off the mat. Reaching the arms up. Pressing the left knee forward. We're going to interlace the thumbs. Draw the fingers apart from each other. Feel the activation in the shoulders here. Spread the fingers nice and wide. And just keep the breath flowing. And when you're ready, we're just going to open straight out into warrior two. Good. Drop that right hand down. Left arm reaches up and over. Great. Take the hands down to the floor. Stepping back, lowering down, squeeze the elbows in. Upward dog or cobra. Down dog. Right leg is going to sweep up. Bending the knee, flex the foot, spread the toes, open up on the right side. Notice that the left shoulder is dropping. See if you can keep that left shoulder lifting. Extend the right leg back and then step it up between the hands. This time we'll drop the left heel. Right hand stays on the floor or a block. You can also take your right elbow to the right knee. Left arm reaches up. Spread your fingers nice and wide and spin the heart up towards the sky. Let the left shoulder soften back. Keep the legs nice and strong as you inhale up to warrior two. Breathe here, nice and strong. Good. Inhale, both arms forward. Left heel spins off the floor, navel to spine here. Arms are reaching up. You always have the option of dropping down to that left knee as well. Take the hands to the floor, to the inside of the right foot. You also have the option of taking the hands to a block here. If you need that extra little bit of lift. And as I said, dropping that left knee down. Arms are nice and strong. We're just pressing firmly down into the floor, fingers spreading nice and wide. You can even let your head drop a little if you like. And so we're going to go a little deeper. So it might be a good time to grab your block if you haven't already got one. We're just going to take the forearms down this time. So remember, you have that option of keeping the left knee off on the floor, or you can lift the left knee if you've got that level of flexibility in the hips. Really want to be gentle with this hip opening. So I invite you to leave the knee on the floor if it's a little bit too much. And then of course, if you're okay to go that little bit deeper, you can move the block out of the way and just take the forearms directly down to the floor. So we're going to roll to the outside edge of the right foot. Draw the navel into the spine. Forearms are on the floor. And we're just going to take the right hand to the knee and just gently press the knee away. So you can gaze down, you can gaze to the side, you can gaze up here. And remember, you always have that option of dropping down to the left knee. And so here we've come up. Instead of taking the forearms to the floor, we've actually got a nice straight arm here. Still pressing out against that right knee very gently. Left hand on the floor. Shoulders softening away from the shoulders. Away from the ears, I mean. Good. So go ahead and bring both hands back to the floor. We're going to step the right leg back. We're coming back into our downward dog here. Left leg is going to come up. Good. Go ahead and step that left foot up between the hands. Drop the right heel down. Left hand is going to stay on the floor or a block, and then we're just going to reach the right arm up and open. Spread the fingers nice and wide. I love using a block for these things because you can really get some real connection by pressing down into the block. You get that real feeling of extension out of both sides of the body. You always have the option as well of taking that elbow, left elbow to the knee. So inhale, we're coming up into our warrior two. Left knee is pressing forward. And then as we exhale, the right heel is going to spin off the floor, and both hands are going to come to the inside of the left foot. So remember, our arms are nice and strong here. We're melting our heart down, pressing out through that right heel. Great place for your block, either with the hands or you can come down to the forearms. Remember, you can always drop that knee down as well. And just breathe here. And if possible, you can remove the block and just come straight down to the floor with those forearms. Again, that will just depend on the flexibility in your hips. Keep your heart melting down. So we're coming back up to the hands, pressing out through that right heel, lifting through the right thigh, and then we're rolling to the outside edge of that left foot and taking the left hand very gently to the left knee, just pressing out very gently. Again, always come down. You can always come down to that right knee. Shoulders are rolling back. Then we might just take it that little deeper by coming down to the forearm. So you got lots of options here. Your right knee can be lifted or down on the floor. You can have the forearm on the floor if you like, or the hands. And now we're going to step it back, lower down. Good. Take your upward dog or your cobra and then lift into downward dog. Again, just coming back to the breath, just allowing the mind and the body to assimilate that little sequence. Taking the right leg up. Good. This time bringing the knee into the chest. You can flex your foot as you draw the knee into the chest. Once more, knee into the chest. Extend it back. Knee drawing into chest. This time we're going to drop the right knee down behind the right wrist. We're going to sweep the right ankle over next to the left wrist, and we're coming into our pigeon pose. A little different though, this one. We're going to walk the hands out, come up onto the fingertips, press down into the fingertips, curl the left toes under. So it's a little more of an active pigeon pose. So we're softening everything except for the arms and the fingers. And that left heel, we really want to press out through that left heel just to get a nice activation through the leg. And breathing here, you can take the hands in just that little bit closer. Spread the fingers, maybe even pressing the shoulders back just a little. Good. And then when you're ready, gently working your way back to your down dog. I always like to walk the legs out or extend the legs just to sort of shake out anything that's kind of stuck in there after that pigeon. Left leg's reaching up. Knee to chest. Extend it back. Knee to chest. Extend it back. Knee to chest. This time left knee comes behind the left wrist. Left ankle swings around behind the right wrist. Hands come wide. Great. You've got that right knee down on the floor. You can lower the head. Breathe. Feel the activity in this pose. This is often very much a lovely, quiet, soft, and surrendering pose, but here we've kind of given it a little bit of a twist by taking those fingertips out and activating the arms, and then activating the legs by curling the toes of the right foot under and pressing the heel away. So you can walk the hands back, spread the fingers nice and wide, draw the navel into the spine, and then step yourself back into your down dog. Walk it out. Breathing. Good. When you're ready, gazing up between the hands, come up onto your tiptoes and just step forward. This time we're stepping nice and wide. So the right foot's coming to the outside edge of the mat, or just the inside edge of the mat. Left foot to the other side. Good. And then we're just going to fold here in this sort of wide stance. Take your hands behind your heels if you can, or your calves. Bending the knees and then extending. Bending the knees and extend into the forward fold. Right. Now we're just going to take a block, place that right between the feet. We're going to take the right hand to the block. Sorry, left hand to the block. And we're just going to reach the right arm up. So the block's right underneath the face. This is just a lovely gentle twist. So we're working to spin the heart up towards the sky, navel to spine. You have the option of dropping that hand behind your back, or you can just leave it extending and lifted. Lovely bright hands. Good, so you're pressing down into the block with the left hand. Maybe even bending that left knee. Good, reaching the right arm up and drop it down. Left arm reaches up. Just breathing into this gentle twist. You can bend into the right knee just a little bit. Take the left hand behind the back if you like, and that's just a little half bind there. Good. Left arm reaches up. Left hand to the floor. And we're just going to fold forward here, moving the block out of the way. And we're just going to come into a little squat here. So widen your knees. Right? Take the not the shoulders, take the underarms between the legs. Bring the palms together. Squeeze the legs in. Great. And then roll back. Draw the knees into the chest. Right onto your back. Extend the soles of the feet up towards the sky. Press your heels away. Hands come to your sides. Very nice. Good, and when you're ready, you can bend the knees. We're going to press the knees away so that there's a 90-degree angle between the thighs and the torso. And then we're just going to gently drop the right knee down. Drop the left knee. Right foot drops down. Sorry, not knees, foot. Left foot is going to drop down. So keep the navel to spine connection here. Right foot, left foot. Keep the angle in the legs. Right foot, left foot. Good, right foot down. So we're just alternating here. Hands are at your sides. Extend the legs all the way up. Now take the full leg down. Right leg down, extended. Left leg down. Right leg comes down. Draw the belly in. Left leg comes down. Right leg down. Press out through the heels. Left leg comes down. Good. Right leg down. Left leg down. Right leg and left. Press your heels up. Both legs come down. We're taking those legs out to about a 60-degree angle. Lower back is on the floor. Good. And then shoulders are going to reach off of the ground. Hands reach out. We're going to lower the feet just a little more. So we've got about a 20-degree angle here. Navel's drawing into the spine, and then we're bringing it up to a boat pose on the inhale. Exhaling it all the way out. Knees drawing into chest. So bring the soles of the feet together and just let the knees roll open. Allow the knees to feel really heavy here. Allow the pelvis to feel really heavy as well. And then allow the shoulders and the lower back to feel really heavy as well. Good, and then when you're ready, draw the knees in towards each other. And then just begin to take your awareness to the soles of the feet. Draw the navel into the spine. Awareness to the soles of the feet, maybe even applying a little bit of pressure there. And then slowly increasing the pressure as the hips lift off of the ground. Great. You can interlace your fingers underneath you. Roll those shoulders under and then just keep lifting the hips. Breathe as you lift the hips. Great, and then if you like, you can release the fingers, press the elbows and the backs of the arms down into the floor for stability. Fingers are reaching up, hips are lifting up. And then you can gently shift the weight to the left side and extend the right leg up. And then take the right ankle to the left knee and just let the right knee drop open. Good, and then when you're ready, extend the right leg up, drop it down, shift the weight to the right side, navel to spine, left leg extends up. Good, left ankle to right knee. Good, extend that left leg up and drop it down. Gentle lift in the hips, just one more little bit, and then slowly drop it all the way down. Soles of the feet come together, knees roll open. You can leave your hands down by your sides. And just breathe and soften here. Breathe and soften hips, arms, knees. So roll the shoulders off the floor, reaching the hands forward, navel to spine. We're just going to pretend like we've got a rope and we're pulling ourselves all the way up to a beautiful seated position on the mat. The soles of your feet are together here. And so now is a great time to fold forward. You're holding the soles of the feet together. Shoulders are melting down and away. It doesn't really matter how far forward you can fold. This is really about surrendering here, this pose. Good, and then when you're ready, inhale, reaching the hands up. Great. Bring the knees together. Exhale, roll all the way down. So draw the knees into the chest. Hands reach out to your sides, and you're just going to drop the knees to the right side and gaze over your left shoulder. And you can always take the right hand and just go ahead and place that on the left knee, and then just draw the left knee up a little bit, just deepening the stretch in that outer left hip. Really soften your shoulders down on the mat. You can release the left knee, swing the legs back towards center, and then all the way over to the other side. This time we're taking the right knee in the left hand and then just drawing it up a little bit towards the chest. You're gazing over your right shoulder and just breathing. Good. Draw the knees into the chest when you're ready. Good. Pressing the heels away on the inhale, extending the soles of the feet up towards the sky. Let the hands drop down. And then slowly on your exhale, lower the legs all the way down. Pressing out through your heels. Lower all the way to the floor. Let the heels, as soon as the heels touch the floor, everything softens into your shavasana. So just breathing here in this lovely shavasana, feeling the body really heavy on the floor, just allowing the body to get heavy on the floor, allowing yourself to be supported by the ground underneath you. We're so constantly moving and shaking that this idea of just allowing ourselves to be supported for many of us is not a very common way of feeling or being. And so that's a great thing about shavasana and your yoga practices. It's an opportunity for you just to be supported, just to feel supported. So breathing here. And then when you're ready, you can just slowly start to make small movements with the fingers and the toes. And then when you're ready, just draw one knee into the chest, followed by the other knee, drawing that into the chest, squeezing the knees in, maybe crossing an ankle, and then making your way up to a lovely seated position somewhere on your mat. Beautiful. Just taking one moment here before you finish your practice, just to give a little bit of gratitude to your body and to yourself. Namaste.